Hello you guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Thank you for returning. If you are coming back, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Erin and I like to do all different kinds of things here on my channel, talking about makeup, movies, books, and whatever else I can throw in there. Just having fun recording and sharing here on YouTube. It's been a great outlet for me over the past year and a half so that I've been on here. But today, you guys, we're actually going to be talking about some movies. One of my favorite topics. Watching TV is one of my favorite things to do. And today I'm going to be doing an alphabet recommendation, giving you a good movie to check out for every letter of the alphabet. If you haven't seen some of these, definitely check them out. If you have, let me know your thoughts on these down below in the comment section. But I've done something similar to this on my channel before, but with makeup. So if you need some makeup recommendations, you can also go check out my A through Z makeup video that I did. But today we're doing movies, so maybe I should do a series of alphabet themed recommendations, because it's a play on me being a teacher. If you didn't know, I'm a teacher, so kind of is a play on that. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into some recommendations. Alright, you guys, starting off with A, of course, I'm going to recommend the movie Alien, and also I'm going to throw in Aliens as well. I watched both of these for the first time within the past year, a little more over a year, and I really enjoyed both of them. I never grew up with these movies, but I definitely see why people hold these in really high regard. They're both really great scary movies. I think Alien, the first one, is a little bit more leaning horror, and the second one's more like action horror type of thing. But both of them are so good. If you've never seen the Alien franchise, definitely check it out. And if you have seen it, let me know down below which one is your favorite. I know there's kind of a debate on if it's Alien or Aliens is better. I think I'm leaning towards the second one, actually. I really enjoyed that one a lot. The first one was really good too as well. But I'm leaning toward Aliens. So A for Aliens. You guys, I forgot to mention, although I focus a lot on more horror movies here on my channel, this list is actually of all genres. So you will see horror, you will see action, you will see all different types of things. So for letter B, I'm actually going to recommend the movie Bad Boys. This is one I grew up watching with my sisters. We always had a good time laughing. It's like an action, almost buddy cop type of movie. So if you're into that kind of genre, definitely check it out. I know they just came out with a third one not too long ago as well, which I haven't seen. Maybe I need to be checking that one out because I've heard some good things about it. But Bad Boys is definitely really good. For letter C, I'm going to recommend the movie CARRIE. It is a horror movie about a young girl that is bullied and who has telekinesis, mind powers, and it is based off of a Stephen King book, which is also really good. If you haven't read that, check that out as well. But this is one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. I just love everything about it. It stars Sissy Spacek, sorry, can't talk, Piper Laurie, and John Travolta. So you got a lot of big names in this movie as well, and it's just a classic. It's really good. If you enjoy horror or just good movies in general, definitely check this one out. And one thing I love about CARRIE as well is the soundtrack. It has really good music throughout. Really good. Oh, and it's directed by Brian De Palma. So I haven't seen very many of his movies except for this one, so I can say I love this one. For letter D, we're moving into the superhero action genre, and I'm going to recommend Dark Knight. It's probably one of my faves. I love it. One I watch pretty much once a year at least, especially with my sisters. It's what we all love. I think the performance of the Joker just really nailed it for us, and I always have really liked Batman. I don't know what it is about Batman. Maybe it's Christian Bale. Possibly that could be it, but Dark Knight is a great one. I definitely recommend it. Of course, if you haven't seen the Batman Begins, which is the one that comes before it, watch that one first. But Dark Knight, definitely on this list. It solidified itself for me. Moving right along to letter E, which, best letter, right? Aaron, E, whatever. I'm going to recommend the movie, actually, Ender's Game. This one I feel like is not as hyped up, I guess. I read the book to Ender's Game quite a while ago and absolutely loved it. I just really thought the concept and the characters were very unique. It's an older book and it's sci-fi, which I don't really read a lot of sci-fi at all. At all. I do enjoy it when I get a good book, and I've read some great sci-fi books that are like some of my favorite of all times, including Ender's Game, but I don't read the genre often. So when I saw that there was a movie coming out to the book, I was so excited, and I actually really enjoyed the movie. I don't know how it's regarded. I haven't looked up the ratings for any of these movies. I just kind of made the list, but I don't know if it's like highly regarded or if it was, you know, panned by critics. I'm not sure, but I know I really enjoyed it. So if you've never seen Ender's Game, it's about a young kid who, it's almost kind of like that chosen one trope, but there's it's like dystopian future society, and there's a danger of these invaders from outer space, aliens obviously, and they're trying to find someone that can go and fight. They're trying to train these children basically, and Ender is one of the kids that kind of gets selected to be in this program to train to fight these aliens. So it's really interesting because they're using children and training children in very violent ways. It's got some really good commentary, I think, that can go into it as well, from the book to the movie. Really good. I enjoyed it. Check it out. For F, I had to throw Friday the 13th on here. I mean, it's just, I just love it. I think part 2 and part 4 are probably my favorites, but I put the original Friday the 13th here on this list, but definitely I think part 2 is probably even better. It is even better, in my opinion. So if you haven't seen Friday the 13th or any of the franchise, definitely check it out, especially if you like slasher movies. G is going to be the movie Get Out. I know this one got a lot of hype, and a lot of people have probably already seen this one from it being so hyped up. It's got a lot of, really great moments in it, and it is in the horror genre, but I would say it's not super scary. There's some kind of like creepiness to it, but it's not like super scary. But I really do think it's a really well done movie. I think most people enjoy it, I would say. All right, H is going to be Halloween. I could not skip over Halloween for H. It's just something that has just solidified itself in my life. It's such a great classic slasher movie that kind of really defined the genre in a way. I also want to say I have 2 for H. I know that's kind of whatever. Harry Potter, the whole series. I love it. So Halloween, Harry Potter, check them out. One is obviously a horror movie with an faceless, scary, unstoppable killer. But the first one is just such a classic. You've got to watch Halloween if you've never seen it. And then the Harry Potter series, I would recommend all of them. My personal favorite is Goblet of Fire, which I know some fans don't love that one because it wasn't adapted as well from the book, I guess. I've read all the books. I liked it. I don't know. I just really love the concept of the games and everything that happens. And then Voldemort comes back. It's so much fun stuff happening. So Goblet of Fire definitely probably would be my favorite movie, as well as the first one. Obviously, go in order with the Harry Potter series for sure. Definitely want to go in order with those. But yeah, check it out if you've never seen it. Letter I is going to be Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I would say either the original one from 1958 and also the remake I watched for the first time here on my channel. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It'll be in the eye or in the description box in a playlist. And that one is from 1979, somewhere in the 70s. I have not seen the more recent remakes. Definitely need to check those out, but the concept is scary. It's just so scary. It's basically people are getting taken over, exact replicas are being made, and it's this alien that's just, you don't really know. It's very much a paranoia type of movie because you could be sitting next to your neighbor and they could be not them because they've been replicated. Awesome movie. So good. Both the original one from 1958 and the remake I really love and would highly recommend them. Let's move on to letter J. This one was hard because I have 2 written down. I need to do a part 2 for sure, but I went ahead and went with Jumanji because this one is just from my childhood. I love this. It's about a board game that the stuff you roll really does happen. I need to rewatch this movie because I haven't watched it in a while, but absolutely love this movie. It almost is a bit weird, creepy in a way, the concept of it, but it's not like scary or anything. It's very much like a family movie, good vibes type of thing, almost a little bit actiony, really good. Love it. All right, for letter K, I'm going to, oh, there's a lot written down for letter K that are so good, but I'm going to go with a more recent movie that I just really, really loved, and that is Knives Out. This one is almost like a whodunit mystery. It reminds me of like a game of Clue or something, because one of the members of the family dies, rich family dies, and everyone's kind of got like this suspicion. But the kind of trick thing here is that the audience, as we're watching it, the main girl, we know that she's the one that, let me not say anything because I don't know if I don't want to spoil anything. It's really, really good though. It actually was surprisingly very funny. I was not expecting to be laughing in that movie, and I don't know why. I seen trailers of it before I watched it, and I watched it with my sisters, my younger sister, two of my younger sisters, and I wasn't expecting to laugh, but I was laughing, like real laughter, which is hard to do for me. For letter L, this is another hard one, but I think I'm going to go with Lion King. It's a Disney movie. I think pretty much a lot of people have seen The Lion King, but maybe you haven't. Definitely check it out. I told you guys there were going to be a mix of different types and genres of movies on here, and The Lion King is definitely more of a kid movie, but I think it's great for the whole family. It's obviously about lions, and there's a lot of good themes in this one as well, like loss and pride and family and kind of living up to your purpose type things. I think I'm reading too much in it, but it's a fun little kid movie, a fun little enjoyable thing. You can actually shed a couple tears from this one, I'm not gonna lie, but check that one out if you haven't seen it. For letter M, I'm going to recommend Memoirs of a Geisha. This is another one I read from the book version, and then I saw the movie, and it's one I've always liked. I don't think this one was really highly regarded by critics, and I definitely can see the reasons why, but for me it was just, I liked it a lot, and it was very interesting to see kind of the life of the geisha, and I don't know if that's completely accurate, but it was quite interesting to see that. And I think it's really cool when you can learn about different cultures from media, from movies, TV shows, whatever. So Memoirs of a Geisha is my letter M. You guys, for N, I don't know if this is a little bit cheating, but I'm gonna put A Nightmare on Elm Street, the nightmare part being in. Had to include A Nightmare on Elm Street. That is my favorite horror movie. I've said it 1,000 times. I won't harp on it again here in this video because I've already talked about it a lot. I have a whole series based on the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, so you can check that playlist out down below in the description box. But yeah, that's a great one. Letter O is actually going to be The Others. O coming from the other part, obviously. And this is a really great little creepy haunted house, ghosty type of movie. It's really good. I know a lot of people have watched it. I've seen a couple people react to it here on YouTube, which is always fun to see people react to movies that you love. And it's one I really love. It stars Nicole Kidman, who is great. I love her. And it's basically about this mom and her two kids in this house, and there's someone else in there. They think it's possibly a ghost, and there's the movie kind of subverts your expectations for a ghost movie. I won't say much more than that because I don't want to spoil anything on this list, but definitely if you have never seen The Others, check it out. It's so, so good. Moving on to letter P, I'm gonna go with Pretty Woman. I always love this movie. It's about a woman that is a nice way to say this, prostitute. It's gonna say it. And she ends up getting picked up by this rich guy, and he's decided to pay her for the week, and he like gives her the whole fairy tale makeover and all this stuff, and there's a romance that ensues within the story. It's good fun. It stars Richard Gere and why am I blanking on? Not Richard Gere and Richard Gere and Julia Roberts are in this movie, and it's an awesome one. Check it out. Really, really good. Q is going to be A Quiet Place. the cue coming from Quiet, obviously. This is a great one that came out. I think it definitely surprised me when it first came out. I don't know about, you know, everyone else, but I wasn't expecting it to be so good, and it really, really is. It's very unique in a way that throughout the movie you have periods of just silence because they're living in a futuristic or future time, or you know, sometime in the future where these monsters or aliens, something has invaded, that are attracted to sound, and if they hear the sound they will come and get you. So it's a really, really good movie. We're following this family. It's just an awesome ride, and really, really acted well, great scares, and quite touching as well in there as well with the horror. Okay, Letter R is going to be a movie I really love. I watched it for the first time a couple years ago, and I've watched it several times since then because I don't know, it just really, something about it spoke to me. And that is Rope, which is an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Very, very interesting. It's quite a bit older, and it's about two guys who plot to kill their friend, and with a rope, hence the name of the title, hide him in a chest, and then have a party with the body in the apartment. And it's almost like they're like sick game to try to see, you know, if they'll get caught. Very, very, very interesting. Absolutely love it. Alfred Hitchcock makes some really good movies, and I have a couple other ones of his on this list that I'm not going to mention because I had other things, but definitely want to do a part 2 or a whole movie centered around Alfred Hitchcock because I love his movies. Some of them are not exactly horror. I mean, of course, you have like Psycho, The Birds, those are horror, but they're definitely in that kind of thriller, intense type of category. After Rope is going to be S, and I'm going to go ahead and say The Shining. I talked about this one a lot as well on my channel. Another Stephen King adaptation made it on this list. Absolutely love this movie. I know a lot of people don't. Even Stephen King himself doesn't too much care for this one, but I love it. I think the performances are great. The music's great. The atmosphere is amazing. And it was interpreted in a different way, but I feel that it overall captures what The Shining is about, you know. So obviously this one stars Jack Nicholson and, oh gosh, Scatman Crothers and Wendy, not Wendy, that's not her name. Her name is Shelley Duvall. Say this lady's name so much from all the Shining videos I've done, and I'm completely blanking today on names. Well, I'm remembering some people's names, so just for some reason I'm missing out. Alright, you guys, for some reason I forgot letter T. I don't know why I forgot the letter T. But for letter T from my A through Z recommendations, I definitely want to put The Thing from 1980. Pretty sure 1980. Really liked this movie. I saw it for the first time about 3-4 years ago because I didn't grow up with it. I feel like The Thing is not that well, like, it's obviously well regarded as of now, and I feel like it's gotten more of the like respect and love it deserves in recent years. But I didn't grow up watching this one. I didn't even know about it, and so like really like know about it. Like I might have heard about it before, but I watched it for the first time about 3 years ago. Love this movie. First of all, the practical effects are insane in this movie. They're so good. Like, they are so good. So if you're a fan of practical effects and you want to get really creeped out, this is the movie for you. The story is really good because it's like an isolation type of setting, and they don't know who is the alien because the alien imitates the people perfectly, except for there are some flaws, and so they start to figure out ways they can find out who is been taken over by the thing. And the acting's great, the soundtrack's great, the story's great, practical effects, everything. Like, this is a really, really good movie. It stars Kurt Russell as kind of your main guy, and it's just a really great one, you guys. So if you've never seen The Thing, definitely check it out. Letter U, and I'm gonna suggest, if you've never seen The Usual Suspects, check it out. What genre would The Usual Suspects be? A crime drama? A mystery? A thriller? I guess all of those categories could kind of fit with The Usual Suspects. It's a very interesting story that has an ending that I definitely did not see coming. Maybe some people did, but I didn't. The twist was really, really good. And it's just really well acted, really good story. It's like all over, but it's like it makes so much sense at the same time. So definitely check out The Usual Suspects if you've never seen it. Letter V, I'm actually going to, oh gosh, see, I have 3 written down here. What am I going to choose? Let's go with Village of the Damned. I'm going to save my other 2 for another video, but Village of the Damned is about a village where all of these little strange children get born from a special day. They're all born on the same day, and they're a little strange. They're a little evil, might I say. And I've only seen the original one. I've never seen the remake, so I'm recommending the original one because that's the one I've seen. A really good story. If you like evil children stories, they've been done and done and done, but this is kind of like one of the original ones because it came out a long time ago. Definitely check that one out. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot. W, I'm gonna go Willow. Willow is a like fantasy adventure movie. It's really, really good. It's following this man who finds this baby. It's Warwick Davis. He's like the main guy, and I forgot the other actors' names, but he has this baby that's kind of like, again, like that chosen one trope, and he has to get this baby to safety, and he's going on this adventure, and he needs help from other people, etc., etc. It's really good. There's some fantasy elements in there. It's just got everything that you could possibly want. I've always loved this movie, and I definitely think you should check it out. All right, for letter X, I'm going to go with X-Men because it's probably one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I love it. I just love that the X-Men have all these different powers, and you got some very unique things here. I think my favorites definitely are Storm and Magneto and Wolverine and Professor X. I like all of them. I like all of them. But yeah, I always would like think I was Storm and stuff because why wouldn't you? Halle Berry. But yeah, X-Men is a great one. I actually pretty much like all of the X-Men movies. I think I've seen almost all of them. I don't know about the most recent one about Dark Phoenix. I haven't seen that one. Is it Dark Phoenix? Yeah. Haven't seen that one, and I think I've seen most of the ones that kind of ventured off into Wolverine, but not all of them. Days of Future Past is great, but the original X-Men is definitely not going to steer you wrong. It's a great movie. If you've never seen it, check it out and go in order and watch all of them. For Y, I'm going to go with You're Next, a movie I saw for the first time maybe 2-3 years ago, and absolutely loved it the first time I saw it. Definitely, again, it's one of these movies that kind of subverts your expectation. It is a horror movie. It's a home invasion horror movie in that genre, and I usually despise home invasion horror movies. That is just a genre I do not like. I feel like, number one, it's been done pretty much over and over and done pretty much the same over and over, and I don't like the anticipation of them, and the fact that that could really happen. They're just not my vibe. But You're Next definitely twists that on your head because our protagonist, Erin, which we share the same name, one way I connect with her, she is not to be messed with. So these guys are coming into the house thinking they're going to have an easy target on this family, and she's not having it. And she's actually going to meet her boyfriend's family, so she's not even part of this family necessarily, but they don't know that she has a special set of skills, and these guys that are coming in, they don't know that either, and they get got. Okay, and letter Z is going to be it was hard to come up with some for letter Z. I don't think I've seen a lot of movies that start with the letter Z, but one I have seen that I do pretty much enjoy is Zathura. I've seen it a couple times. About these, they're playing pretty much a game, and the stuff that happens in the game happens in real life. Is that what happens in that movie? Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It stars Kristen Stewart, and Oh gosh, what's that kid's name? He's not a kid anymore, but yeah, it's a good movie. It's pretty good. If you like Jumanji, you will like this movie. So that is my whole list, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Did you like some of these movies? Did you get some good suggestions? Have you seen all of these? And or maybe I should have switched out some of these for other movies. You let me know what will be your picks for the alphabet recommendation. This was super fun to do. I definitely think I have enough on my list already to do a second or even a third list. The only letters that gave me trouble were really Z. X was pretty hard too. I don't think I've watched a lot of movies with that start with the letter X. Those ones pretty much are the only two that kind of gave me issues. All the rest of them have like multiple on here. But anyways, you guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on any of these movies that you like or you are interested to see. Subscribe down below if you like what you see on the channel and you want to see more from me. More content coming, obviously, soon. And I will check you guys out in the next video very, very soon. Stay safe. Adios.